The moment he stepped into the bathroom, the last thing he expected was to see a stranger standing there. A woman, tall and calm, with eyes that seemed to carry 1,000 untold stories, looked at him with an intensity that made his heart skip a beat. He froze, gripping the door handle, unsure if he was dreaming or if this was reality. The quiet hum of the bathroom fan and the soft echo of dripping water were the only sounds, yet in that instant, everything else faded. His life had been a whirlwind of exhaustion, tears, and endless responsibility, and now, in the most mundane corner of his home, it felt like the world had paused to reveal something he never anticipated. If you believe in kindness, second chances, and the power of human connection, make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel, Grandma Diary, because this story will touch your heart. Mark had been a single dad for nearly 5 years. Ever since the sudden loss of his wife, life had been an uphill battle. Every day was a balancing act between his demanding job and raising his 9-year-old daughter, Lily. Nights were the hardest. He would often find himself staring at the ceiling, questioning whether he was enough, whether he was doing the right thing. The house, once filled with laughter and love, had grown quiet, almost heavy with absence. Lily tried to be strong, but Mark could see the shadow of longing in her eyes. He missed her mother desperately, yet he had no choice but to keep moving forward, to be both father and mother in one. That morning had been particularly rough. Lily had woken up with a fever, forcing Mark to skip work and care for her himself. He had prepared breakfast, checked her temperature, and tried to make her smile, but her usual energy was subdued. In the midst of cleaning up spilled cereal, he realized he needed a moment for himself and headed to the bathroom, hoping for a brief respite. And that's when he saw her. The woman standing there didn't say a word at first. She simply smiled, a warm, comforting smile that seemed to reach into the deepest corners of his heart. Mark's initial shock turned into confusion. How did she get in? Was this some kind of prank? And then she spoke, her voice soft but clear, carrying a weight of sincerity that made him step back. "You're doing better than you think," she said. Those words hit him like a wave. For years, he had been telling himself he wasn't enough, that he was failing his daughter, failing himself. Hearing someone else acknowledge his struggle, someone who didn't have to, shook him to his core. The woman introduced herself as Anna. She didn't demand an explanation, didn't pry or judge. She simply shared her own story in bits and pieces, how she had faced loss, how she had battled self-doubt, how she had found small moments of joy even when life felt unbearable. Mark listened, captivated, feeling as though every word was meant just for him. The bathroom, usually a place of routine and solitude, became a sanctuary of understanding. He realized he had been carrying his burdens alone for too long, convinced that vulnerability was weakness. Anna's presence reminded him that asking for help, showing emotion, and accepting kindness were acts of courage, not failure. Over the next few weeks, Anna became an unexpected pillar in Mark's life. She didn't just visit, she listened, she advised, and most importantly, she believed in him when he couldn't believe in himself. Lily took an immediate liking to her, drawn to the calm energy and laughter she brought into their home. The small, tender moments, Anna helping Lily with homework, Mark and Anna cooking dinner together, the three of them sharing quiet evenings, started to transform the house. Slowly, it began to feel like a home again, not just a shelter. But life wasn't without its challenges. Mark had to confront his fears of opening up, of trusting someone new. There were days when guilt clawed at him, days when he wondered if moving forward meant betraying his wife's memory. Yet Anna never pushed. She understood grief, understood patience, and showed him through her actions that healing didn't erase the past, it honored it. In time, Mark noticed a change in himself. His shoulders felt lighter. His laughter, once rare, returned. He started to enjoy small victories again, Lily learning to ride her bike, finishing her art project, Mark cooking a meal without burning it. Every moment was richer because he had allowed himself to accept help, to welcome a spark of hope he thought was lost forever. One evening, as Mark watched Anna and Lily giggling over a board game in the living room, he felt a profound sense of gratitude. He realized that life had a strange way of showing up at the most unexpected times. That bathroom encounter, shocking and surreal as it was, had set in motion a journey he hadn't dared to imagine. It taught him that even in the darkest moments, light could appear in the form of a kind word, a supportive presence, or a stranger who became family. Mark's story reminds us that healing often comes quietly, in moments we least expect. It's in the laughter of a child, the kindness of a friend, and the courage to let someone in. He learned that being a single parent was not a sentence of loneliness but an opportunity to rediscover resilience, love, and hope. And though the pain of loss never completely disappears, it becomes part of a larger story, a story of survival, love, and the unshakable human spirit. If this story has touched your heart, please take a moment to like, share, and comment. Let me know how acts of kindness or second chances have changed your life. Before you leave a comment about the moment that reminded you of hope. Your words could inspire someone else to keep going. Remember, even the smallest gestures can create the most profound ripples of change. In the end, Mark understood that life surprises, sometimes a woman in a bathroom, sometimes a simple act of compassion, can open doors we never knew existed. And with that, he found not just love and friendship, but a renewed faith in the beauty of second chances.